4-2, you're going to write an equation of a line given 2 points on that line. Number 4, write an equation of each line with the given characteristics. Here we have A, we are given 2 points, and we need to write the equation as y equals mx plus b. The m here stands for the slope, and the b here stands for the y-intercept. So to help you along, what I decided to do is graph the points on decimals. Here you can see it visually, and we read it from left. So the first point we see is the -4, 0, and the second point, it is -3, 1. That allows me to set up my table of values to get my slope. So here's my x, here's my y. My first point is going to be -4, 0. Then my second point is -3, 1. Because again, it is the left point that is first, then the right point that is second. Now we can look for the change. From 0 to 1, we're going to add 1. And then from -4 to -3, we are going to also add 1. Okay, this allows us to get our slope. The slope here is going to be the change in the x, the change in the y, I mean, divided by the change in the x, which is represented by those arrows. So this is going to be equal to 1 over 1, which can just be 1. Now we want to look at the y-intercept. But notice, none of these points are the y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, we are going to use the point. So I can use whatever point I want. So the point I'm going to use here is x is equal to -4 and y equals to 0. I plug it into my equation, y equals mx plus b. My y that I have from the problem, it is 0. My m, which is my slope, I calculate that, that is 1. My x that I got was -4, then I add b. 1 times -4 is -4 plus b. To get b alone, we add 4 to both sides, leaving you with 4 equals to b. Okay, this is now my y-intercept. Now all I have to do now is plug it into my equation. My slope here is 1. I put the x plus the y-intercept of 4. Okay, notice sometimes you don't see that 1 here, and you can just write it as just y equals to x plus 4. Let's take a look at b here. Okay, so we now need to still write it in the equation y equals mx plus b. And the two parts that we need is our slope, which is m, and our b, which is our y-intercept. So let's figure this out. Okay, the slope can be calculated from the change. So we can just see how much it changes in the y. It goes down 1, 2, that's subtract 2. Then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, which is add 4. Here, it is going to be the change of y, which is -2, over the change of x, which is the 4. This can be simplified into just -1/2. The b here, we can see it. It's right here in this intersection. If you don't believe me, you can just use the point. So here's that point. So we can say that x is equal to the x here. I'm just going to use this point. X is equal to -2 and y is equal to 2. So I'm going to use the equation y equals mx plus b. My y here is 2, my m here is -1/2, and my x here is -2 plus b. A negative times a negative is a positive, so 1/2 times 2 is 1, so it's +1. Subtract 1 to both sides, you're going to get 1 equals to b, which is that y-intercept. That is 0, 1, or you can say the b value is just 1. So now you can just plug it into your equation. Y equals the slope of 1/2 x plus the y-intercept of 1. So there you go. So please notice in both problems that you had to calculate the slope either using the chart or the graph visually, and then you have to use a extra point and substitute it in to get the y-intercept, okay?